Montana Dems blue-collar image shatters. Lobbyist passed for far-left groups exposed. A Democrat running in a crucial Montana House race has been presenting himself as a working-class smokejumper outsider, but newly reviewed records reveal he spent years as a registered lobbyist, advocating against state-level bills that would have restricted drag performances in public schools and libraries, banned gender transition procedures for minors, and cracked down on sanctuary policies. Sam Forstag, the Democratic nominee for Montana's 1st Congressional District, has built his campaign on a blue-collar message, telling voters that people like him know how to work and know how to swing a tool. His platform emphasizes affordability, corruption, and the frustrations of the working class. However, his extensive lobbying record puts him on the record on several contentious issues. From 2021 to 2023, Forstag was a registered lobbyist for organizations including the American Civil Liberties Union, Planned Parenthood, the Montana Library Association, and the City of Missoula. During this time, he testified against or was tied through lobbying records to opposition against a wide range of bills. These included measures concerning drag performances in schools and libraries, medical treatments for transgender minors, boys competing in girls' sports, voter ID requirements, and local cooperation with federal immigration authorities. In 2023, Forstag spoke to Montana lawmakers, criticizing a bill to restrict minors from attending drag performances in public schools and libraries. He called it the latest in a series intended to stir up fear and distrust. He argued the measure was overly broad and could impact transgender or non-binary individuals participating in library programming. He also opposed SB 1909, a bill that sought to ban certain gender transition procedures and medications for minors, urging lawmakers to leave personal and medical decisions to families and their chosen health care providers. While representing the ACLU of Montana, Forstag was linked to opposition against bills that would have required student athletes to compete based on biological sex and increased scrutiny around voter ID protocols. Additionally, Forstag opposed measures involving sanctuary policies and local law enforcement cooperation with federal immigration authorities, including those requiring local officials to comply with immigration detainers. When asked about his lobbying record, Forstag didn't dispute it. Instead, he defended his work in the state capitol as a fight for working people and individual freedom. He stated, "Between fire seasons, I fought for working people in a state capitol that too often ignores us. Instead of accepting a system where the extremes and the rich have the loudest voice, I worked my tail off to defend Montanans' constitutional rights and freedoms and fight for policies that actually improve our lives." He framed his opposition to bills like those involving transgender medical procedures as part of a broader belief that the government should stay out of personal decisions. Regarding immigration, Forstag, who has the backing of prominent progressives like Rep. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez and Sen. Bernie Sanders, argued that local police shouldn't be forced to carry out federal immigration responsibilities. He said, "Laws that force local law enforcement to do the federal government's bidding make our communities less safe and put police in a bad spot." Jake Eaton, a veteran Montana Republican strategist, believes Forstag's lobbying record could undermine his efforts to appeal to blue-collar and swing voters in a heavily Republican state. He noted that issues like transgender policies, schools, and immigration resonate across demographics. Eaton described Forstag as a reflection of the leftward shift in Montana's Democratic Party. However, longtime Democratic consultant Eric Koch rejected this criticism. He argued that Forstag's record is consistent with his broader message of keeping government out of personal decisions. Koch stated, "Sam's record is about keeping government out of your business," suggesting Republicans are trying to distract from Forstag's economic contrast with his Republican opponent, Aaron Flint. Forstag is set to face Flint, an Army veteran and conservative radio host, in the November general election for the open Western Montana seat.